The internet just caught fire, and this time, it's all because of T.I.'s son, King Harris, who got caught on camera doing something so wild. So downright unthinkable that even the algorithm stopped scrolling. Forget reality TV, this clip makes the Kardashians look like they're hosting Sunday school. The video dropped like a digital nuke, and within minutes, the entire internet was screaming, reposting, and losing every last ounce of chill they had left. Nobody saw this coming. 1 minute King's out there flexing his usual confidence, talking big like Atlanta royalty. And the next, boom, footage surfaces that turns him from rapper's son to public enemy number one. The kind of scandal that has T.I. probably pacing his mansion, wondering where the parenting manual went wrong. Twitter's on fire. Instagram's in meltdown mode, and TikTok's acting like it just discovered a new season of power. The memes, the theories, the drama, it's chaos with a capital K, and just when you think it can't get crazier, the story takes a turn that even the Zeus network couldn't script. So buckle up, because what King Harris did on camera just changed the internet and his reputation forever. It all started with one blurry clip that hit the internet like a lightning bolt straight through Atlanta's skyline. At first, nobody even believed it was real. The video popped up on a random gossip page with the caption, "T.I.'s son Weldon again," and within minutes, it was everywhere, reposted, dissected, slowed down, zoomed in, and analyzed like a Zapruder film for Gen Z. The moment people realized it was King Harris, chaos officially clocked in for work. In the clip, King looked like a man on a mission, confident, reckless, and totally unbothered. Whatever he was doing, it wasn't your typical celebrity son caught slippin' type of moment. This was next level. Phones out, cameras flashing, background voices screaming, "Ain't no way." And he really did that. The energy was pure mayhem. It didn't take long before every blog in existence had their own theory. Some said he was caught fighting. Others said he was making a scene that'd make Zeus producers foam at the mouth. Nobody had the full story, but everyone had an opinion, and that's all the internet ever needs. Within hours, hashtags started trending, hashtag King Harris exposed, hashtag T responds, and of course, the internet's favorite hashtag built different but barely. Every influencer with a ring light suddenly turned into a moral philosopher, breaking down the psychology of fame. People were writing think pieces like King had just rewritten the Constitution. One viral tweet said, "King Harris the only dude who treats real life like a TV pilot," while another posted, "That boy out here trying to get his own Zeus spinoff." And of course, people immediately dragged T.I. and Tiny into it. Because when your parents are hip-hop royalty, you don't just make mistakes, you make headlines. Twitter was like a digital courtroom, and the public had already chosen their sides. "This that rich kid energy," one user wrote. "He ain't even scared of consequences no more." Another replied, "Can you blame him?" His dad wrote "Rubber Band Man, he think he bulletproof." The jokes, the sarcasm, the outrage, it all poured in like digital gasoline. Meanwhile, King didn't flinch. Not even a little. While the internet screamed, he posted a story on Instagram like nothing happened, shades on. Chain out, captioned, "Y'all love me FR." And that's when things went nuclear. Fans and haters flooded his comments. Half the crowd called him a legend for owning the chaos. The other half called him delusional for laughing at a PR disaster. But that's the thing about King Harris, he doesn't play defense. He's the chaos. The blogs went crazy trying to confirm the details. TMZ dropped an article so fast you'd think they had the footage before King did. YouTube gossip channels started going live, one after another with thumbnails screaming, "King Harris finally lost IT." And DI responds to son's wild video. And while everyone was guessing, dissecting, and dramatizing, the clip kept gaining momentum. It wasn't just trending, it was taking over everything. Then came the twist. A second angle surfaced. A clearer shot. That's when people's jaws hit the floor. The footage showed King doing something so unexpected, it split the internet right down the middle. Some thought it was hilarious, others called it disturbing, and everyone agreed it was unthinkable. You could practically hear the collective gasp ripple across every timeline. One fan tweeted, "This ain't no regular viral moment. This man just made history for all the wrong reasons." The reaction was wild. Rappers chimed in. Influencers threw shade. Even verified celebrities couldn't resist. One posted, "If my kid ever did this on camera, I'm switching Wi-Fi providers." Another wrote, "King Harris too bold for someone who can't even rent a car yet." It was open season, and King's name was trending harder than the Super Bowl. Through it all, T.I. stayed silent, at least for a while. You could tell something was brewing though, because fans kept tagging him under every post like, "Say something tip? Control your legacy." Eventually, a short clip surfaced of T.I. leaving a restaurant, visibly annoyed, telling paparazzi, "Man, y'all gotta chill. My boy gon' learn." That little sentence alone sent the blogs into overdrive. People debated whether it was tough love or quiet embarrassment. Tiny, on the other hand, took the emotional route. She posted a cryptic Instagram story that said, "Sometimes you gotta let people face their own reflection." Fans immediately connected the dots, screen capping it and adding dramatic music. "Mama Tiny tired," one comment said. "She been through this movie too many times." But what made this scandal explode wasn't just the footage, it was how comfortable King looked in it. Like this wasn't a mistake, but a statement. Like he knew exactly what he was doing and didn't care who watched. That kind of energy drove people insane. Some said it was performance art, others said it was a cry for attention. But every single person was tuned in. Reporters started digging into King's recent behavior. Every video, every quote, every viral live he ever did got dragged back into the spotlight. Old clips resurfaced of him arguing with fans, flexing at Waffle House, or talking slick on Instagram Live. Suddenly, people were piecing together a timeline of the rise and rage of King Harris. It was like watching the internet try to solve a murder mystery where the weapon was clout. Meanwhile, King leaned into the madness. He posted another story, "Y'all acting like I did something new." That line alone broke the comment section into shambles. People couldn't decide if he was trolling or just that fearless. Either way, it worked. He stayed trending for 3 straight days, and as the noise grew louder, one thing became crystal clear. This wasn't just another celebrity kid scandal. This was the King Harris effect, where controversy turns into currency and chaos becomes the main event. The line between embarrassment and entertainment had officially vanished, and everyone was locked in to see what would happen next, because if the leak was wild, what came after would make it look tame. The internet had crowned King Harris the new poster child for doing the most, and as we all know, once that crown fits, it doesn't come off easy. If you thought the first video had the internet in shock, the second wave hit like a digital tsunami. Once the clear footage dropped, every social platform turned into a circus. TikTok detectives were dissecting frames like forensic experts. Twitter threads turned into full-blown investigations. And YouTube channels started producing explainers with dramatic background music like it was a true crime documentary. Everyone had their version of the story, and somehow, every version got crazier. Some fans said King Harris was just being young and reckless. Others swore it was the moment that proved fame had turned him into a walking headline. But no matter what side you were on, one thing was obvious: King wasn't just trending. He was controlling the trend. Every time a new rumor hit, he dropped a cryptic post that kept the world guessing. His captions read like mini mic drops. "Y'all can't cancel royalty. It's only crazy 'cause I did it, and being normal never made history." Each post sent social media spiraling all over again. The memes got wilder by the hour. Someone edited T.I.'s old song, "You Don't Know Me," over the footage, and it blew up overnight. Another user posted a split-screen comparison of King and Kanye with the caption, "Every generation gets its own chaos coordinator." Even the Shade Room had to post twice just to keep up with the comments. You couldn't scroll for 5 seconds without seeing his face. Whether you laughed, rolled your eyes, or shook your head in disbelief, you were talking about King Harris. But this is where things took a twisted turn. When everyone thought King would apologize, he doubled down instead. He went live, thousands of people watching, hearts flying up the screen, and said, "I don't owe nobody an explanation. Half y'all broke, the other half bored. Let me live." The internet froze. The confidence, the audacity, the energy, it was the type of moment you could feel through your phone screen. People replayed that clip over and over, quoting him like he was giving a TED Talk on chaos. The backlash was instant. Commentators and gossip personalities couldn't stop talking about it. One said, "King Harris is what happens when your daddy's a legend and your Wi-Fi connection too strong." Another said, This ain't confidence, it's celebrity delusion. But underneath the criticism, there was fascination. Love him or hate him, King had the one thing every influencer craves: total attention. Total attention. Then came the celebrity reactions. You know, a scandal's massive when Hollywood jumps in. Boosie, never one to miss a messy moment, posted a video saying, "That boy act like he untouchable. Somebody better humble him before the streets do." Snoop Dogg chimed in with a meme of himself eating popcorn captioned, "Watching King Harris like it's Netflix." Even 50 Cent couldn't resist. He posted a laughing emoji under a fan edit and wrote, "This the remix to Trouble Man." The comments went nuclear. Meanwhile, the Harris family dynamics started to crack in public view. Fans noticed that T.I. unfollowed a few gossip pages and deleted a couple of recent posts. Rumors spread that there was tension behind closed doors. Tiny's friends supposedly told bloggers she was heartbroken but trying to stay positive. People began spinning conspiracy theories. Was the footage leaked intentionally? Was this a PR stunt gone rogue? Or was King simply doing what he's always done, live wild and deal with the consequences later? Through all of it, King was unbothered. He posted himself cruising through Atlanta, blasting music, smiling like the internet wasn't melting down over his name. "The internet be talkin'," he said on live, "but in real life, I'm chillin'." Fans flooded the chat with clown emojis, flame emojis, and heart emojis, a chaotic cocktail of love, hate, and obsession. King was right where he thrived, the center of controversy. Then a fan dropped the ultimate twist. Someone dug up an old interview clip of T.I. saying, someone dug up an old interview clip of T.I. saying, "I don't ever want my kids thinking they above discipline, fame don't make you bulletproof." That soundbite went viral overnight. Stitched onto King's latest video with the caption, "So what happened, Tip?" It was savage. People started comparing T.I.'s old-school respectability with King's modern-day "I run the internet" mindset. The father-son contrast became the internet's favorite storyline. Podcasts jumped on it. Talk shows debated it. Even academics got involved, writing essays about the psychology of fame offspring. Like clockwork, King's scandal turned into cultural commentary. One writer said, "King Harris isn't just a person. He's a symbol of Gen Z's addiction to exposure." Another countered, "He's just a young man living out loud. The only difference is his mistakes go viral." And then came the moment. Late one night, King posted a short clip that broke the internet again. It showed him sitting in a car, camera close, eyes dead serious. "Y'all say I'm wild, but half y'all watching can't even be yourselves. I don't care who's mad. This my life." The tone was part defiance, part confession, and fans couldn't look away. The clip racked up millions of views in hours. People argued whether it was genius or madness, but everyone agreed it was magnetic. By the end of the week, brands started quietly distancing themselves from anything Harris-related. A fashion collab rumored to feature King suddenly disappeared from promo schedules. Meanwhile, Zeus Network dropped a not-so-subtle teaser for a new show titled, "Fame Don't Save You." Fans immediately connected the dots. Memes flooded in with captions like, "Zeus taking notes again?" Still, King refused to play victim. "They gonna talk anyway," he said in another live. "Might as well give him something worth talking about." That single line summed up his entire mindset. Reckless confidence turned into strategy. It was chaos, but it was calculated chaos. Every scandal made him trend harder. Every backlash made him more famous. It was like watching a social experiment gone viral, and King was the one running it. The question now wasn't what he did, but how far he'd take it. Fans joked that King was writing his own reality show in real time. "Forget Zeus," one user said. "He need his own HBO series called Son of a Legend." Others weren't so amused. "At this point, he's embarrassing his whole bloodline," one commenter wrote. "His mama deserves better. His daddy gone Papa Vane." But even the haters couldn't stop watching. Every scroll, every comment, every repost only made King Harris bigger. By the weekend, Atlanta was buzzing. People were spotting King out in public, snapping pictures, chanting, "Say less, King," like he was a local superhero of scandal. Clubs started playing his name over the mic. DJs shouted him out between songs. The controversy had gone from digital to cultural. King Harris wasn't just trending online. He was trending in real life, but here's the kicker: while everyone laughed, argued, and posted memes, King was quietly turning his chaos into opportunity. Word spread that he'd been offered a deal to appear in a documentary about fame and family legacy. What started as exposure had turned into exposure that pays. It was official. King Harris had turned disaster into dominance. And while everyone else was trying to figure out whether to cancel him or crown him, he already done both himself. By the time the dust began to settle, the name King Harris had gone from being just another celebrity kid to becoming a full-blown cultural phenomenon. What started as a leaked video had now spiraled into one of the most chaotic, viral, and meme-worthy moments in hip-hop family history. The internet wasn't just talking, it was obsessing. Every influencer, gossip site, and reaction channel was milking the drama like it was their last chance at monetization. And the craziest part? King Harris wasn't even running from it. He was surfing it. While most people would have gone ghost after that kind of exposure, King doubled down. He started popping up everywhere: red carpets, clubs, podcasts, interviews, acting like nothing happened. Cameras flashing, crowds screaming, he smiled like controversy was his favorite cologne. When one reporter shouted, "King, any comment about the video?" he grinned and said, "Y'all already saw it. What else is there to say?" That one-liner became an instant meme. The clip looped endlessly with captions like, "Confidence level King Harris." But behind the humor, people were starting to question what all of this really meant. Was King playing the game, or was the game playing him? Because while the internet was laughing, the Harris family was strategizing. T.I., the man who once ruled the rap charts and the streets, found himself playing PR manager for his own son's reputation. Insiders claimed Tip was furious in private but calm in public, the kind of calm that only comes from someone who knows the cameras are always rolling. He reportedly told close friends, "He gotta learn. But we gon' make this make sense." And oh, did they ever? Days later, the Harris family dropped a statement that read like a hybrid of apology and marketing campaign. It said, "Growth comes with lessons, and every generation learns theirs differently." People couldn't tell if it was damage control or brand rebranding, but it worked. The statement went viral. Everyone reposted it, debated it, dissected it, and naturally turned it into memes. The internet doesn't forgive. It just moves on when you feed it something juicier. And that's when King pulled his biggest move yet. Out of nowhere, he dropped a teaser for a new song titled "Exposed But Chosen." The snippet was short, just him sitting in a studio, spitting a few bars about being judged by the world but built for pressure. The comment section exploded instantly. "Bro turning scandals into singles," one fan wrote. Another said, "This man really said, forget apologies, drop the beat." Whether you loved him or hated him, you couldn't deny the hustle. The kid had turned one of the messiest PR nightmares into free promo. But the real shock came next, an exclusive interview. King appeared on a major hip-hop podcast, calm, composed, and of course cocky. When asked if he regretted anything, he said, "Regret? Nah, everything happens how it's supposed to. The internet don't define me, it just advertises me." The host nearly fell out of his chair. That quote spread like wildfire. It was bold, reckless, and poetic in the most chaotic way possible. Within hours, blogs reposted it with headlines like, "King Harris, from exposed to empowered." Meanwhile, celebrities were still reacting. 50 Cent joked that King should start a masterclass called A Trend in 10 Seconds. Cat Williams said during a stand-up set, "King Harris out here making TMZ his mixtape." Even Nicki Minaj mentioned him during an IG live, laughing, "That boy know how to go viral better than most rappers dropping albums." Suddenly, what started as scandal was morphing into clout currency. King Harris had somehow flipped embarrassment into entertainment. But while the fame machine celebrated, the moral debate heated up. Pundits on talk shows asked, "Are we watching a young man ruin himself or reinvent himself?" Parents online called him a bad example, while teens called him a legend. One viral comment summed it up perfectly. King Harris is what happens when Gen Z gets tired of pretending to care about PR. And honestly, it wasn't wrong. As days turned to weeks, the internet's chaos evolved into curiosity. The same people who once canceled King were now tuning in to see what he'd do next. His follower count exploded. Endorsement offers rolled in. Streaming platforms reported massive boosts on his previous tracks. The scandal had become his spotlight. Every controversy fed his brand, and the public couldn't look away, but not everyone was clapping. Some insiders whispered that T.I. was worried. They said he feared King's fame was running faster than his maturity. Tiny, ever the protective mom, was reportedly urging him to take a break from the spotlight. But King? King wasn't slowing down, he was speeding up. Can't stop a storm, he posted on Instagram. Might as well dance in it. That line instantly became merch. You could walk through Atlanta in spot shirts, hoodies, even phone cases with the slogan. The scandal had officially evolved into a brand. And that's when the unexpected happened, the same judge from King's previous courtroom case, the tearful one that had gone viral months earlier, reportedly made a comment during a public event. She said, "Fame is a force no law can contain." People instantly linked it to King Harris. It was poetic. The boy who made a judge cry now had the system itself quoting a story like scripture. By now, King had become a walking paradox, loved and hated, mocked and admired, scolded and celebrated. Every headline, every post, every meme just made his legend grow. The kid who once lived in his father's shadow was now creating his own kind of fame. Messy, unpredictable, but undeniably magnetic. And maybe that's why the world couldn't look away. Because deep down, everyone saw a bit of themselves in King Harris, flawed, reckless, and desperate to be seen. He wasn't polished like a Disney star or manufactured like a PR darling. He was raw, unfiltered, and wildly unapologetic. And in an era where authenticity sells faster than perfection, King Harris was the realest chaos the internet had seen in years. So whether you call him careless or calculated, the fact remains he turned scandal into strategy. He took being exposed and turned it into exposure. And while the internet still debates whether he's spiraling or soaring, King Harris walks away with the last laugh, because in 2025, fame doesn't come from being right. It comes from being viral. And there it is, the saga that broke the internet, shattered the calm, and crowned King Harris the new face of modern-day chaos. One leaked clip turned into a cultural explosion, and now everybody from bloggers to barbers can't stop saying his name. But here's the wild part, this wasn't just another scandal. This was a digital transformation, a messy masterpiece of fame, ego, and unapologetic rebellion. King Harris didn't just get exposed, he turned exposure into empire. So the real question is, was it madness or marketing genius? Because while everyone else was judging, King was trending, flipping controversy into clout like he had a PhD in chaos. Even T.I. couldn't have written a comeback this wild if he tried. Every headline, every meme, every meltdown, it all built the legend brick by brick, and you already know what that means. Truth tattle fam, if you blink, you'll miss the next explosion. So smash that like button like it owes you child support, drop your wildest theory in the comments, and hit subscribe before the next scandal drops harder than King's attitude in a courtroom. Because here, we don't chase peace, we chase the truth that trends. Tomorrow's meltdown? Already loading. Another secret? Probably leaking as we speak. So stay tuned, stay loud, and stay loyal to the one spot that never filters the drama, Trend Tattle. Baby, where chaos comes first and the truth shows up with a camera. Because in this digital circus, one thing's for sure, fame fades. Filters glitch, but the drama never dies.